I think if we take our education, and education I'm not speaking about is not the one you start teaching students or children about religion and all that. We are talking about technology. Technology is moving the world faster. All right, technology is moving the world faster. How many ICT schools do we have in Nigeria? These are the things we are supposed to ask ourselves. Why not? They will do better. People, you see that a lot of persons will leave white collar jobs to go into farming. That's because we Nigerians, we don't do things that will not benefit us. So whenever you're seeing a particular aspect or a particular sector falling, you should know that it's not giving anything to Nigerians, and that is why they are not doing it.
This is the Naija We Need Hangout, and we'll be talking about economic development in Nigeria. And today we're hanging out with Mr. Marvelous. Mr. Marvelous, how are you?
I'm fine.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go straight to the gist of the matter. So we will be talking about economic development in Nigeria. What do you think are the flaws of economic development in Nigeria? Like the current flaws we are facing.
The current flaws of Nigeria's economy, as stated by a lot of persons, is one, Nigeria is not producing anything. We have a problem of production. All right. And that is why almost everything we consume in this country, we import them. All right. So in the process of importing, you agree to any terms. All right. Whatever they want to sell to you is what you will buy, and you have no options. You just have to buy it. So that's number one flaw I think Nigeria has when it comes to economy. Okay, the only thing that we have is four. We have four. We have when we say it's raw, we say it's crude oil. All right, but we cannot even process it. All right, we've just been hearing stories about having Dangote refinery and all that, and up to now we can't even see any effect of that. All right, so we have a production problem. If Nigeria can come up with a means of making production of things that we need, I think it will go a long way to better the economy, at least a bit, and then we can talk about other problems. For now, we just need to be able to produce things.
Okay, so one of the remedies you are pinpointing is the issue of production.
Yes, that's the number one thing I can say for now. Because when we start producing, somebody was sometime vying for a position in Nigeria. I think President P2B. He said something, and I always pick it up. He said, if we start producing more than we consume, we'll do better, and that is just it. All right, because the moment we start producing a lot now, we start selling to other countries, and that is when other countries come to buy from us. We tell them our terms and conditions. Before you know it, the naira will have value. All right. So I think that's what I can say for now. Nigeria needs to start producing something.
Okay, the next thing I want you to elaborate on the issue of human development.
Human development. I don't think there is any such thing as human development in Nigeria. All right. The only persons that are developing in Nigeria are politicians. All right. There is no such thing as human capital development. I don't see it anywhere. Where is the human capital development? Minimum wage is 30,000 naira, and that can't even have you a bag of rice. And we talk about it doesn't exist. Human capital development. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see. I think we should start from giving employment and giving reasonable pay. That's where we should start the human capital development, whatever, from.
So the issue of foreign investors coming into Nigeria, what measures do you think should be taken to attract more of these foreign investors? I think it has a way of boosting the economic growth.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I think if you are current with the happenings of things in this country, you agree with me that we've been having a very serious challenge when it comes to medicines. All right, because so many of those companies that we have, or that we used to have that have been producing drugs in Nigeria just left the country. And I think for you to attract foreign investors, you need to give them an enabling environment.
True.
All right, where your economy is crippling and all that, exchange rate is high and is so stuffs like that would chase foreign investors away. All right, we can't be talking about foreign investors where we have insecurity. Insecurity is the order of the day. Kidnapping is no longer a crime. All right, we even see politicians campaign with kidnapping. I've met with the families of the kidnapped. So it's now like a normal thing.
Yes.
So you can't have people coming into your country where there are no motorable roads, you have bad road network and all that. Those are the things we should first consider, all right, before we start talking about letting foreign investors in. And then there are a lot of things that factors I think that would affect foreign investors. Who is your leader matters a lot. All right, a foreign investor wouldn't want to engage with a country whose leaders are said to have one scandal or the other, or one crime or the other. So I think it will go a long way to affect having foreign investors in our country.
Okay. I want you to touch this issue of agriculture, because it seems like nobody is farming anymore. Nobody wants to put
I wouldn't
hand
say
in that.
I wouldn't say nobody's farming. All right,
Yeah.
we in this country, the funny thing about things that happen in this country is that we hear it every day and we pay deaf ears to them. All right, you recently will agree with me that farmers and herders issue, like, who would be farming in such a condition? You go to farm, you wouldn't come back alive. All right, what is the encouragement for farmers? Okay, well, let's leave the insecurity aspect of it. What capital has been given to farmers? You hear that the government gives SUVs to politicians and all that. How many tractors are they giving? I always pay back to P2B when he was mentioning the hectares of land, the size of countries. He mentioned Netherlands, and he was stating that a state in Nigeria is bigger than Netherlands, but Netherlands do export on food. He said Niger State alone can feed the whole of Nigeria, and we take it for a joke, but it's happening. In other places, it's happening. A place like Netherlands is exporting food as small as it is. That's why, because now you don't expect agriculture to grow if it's not mechanized. All right, we are no longer doing the agriculture our parents used to do of hoe and knives, and agriculture has moved to another. There are machines now that would even plant to the germination and everything, cultivation, and even to harvesting it. There's a machine that will harvest corn and separates like, so it has gotten to that extent, and you don't do it by issuing SUVs to senators and House of Rep members. That is not how. So agriculture is going to grow until we tackle these things. All right, there is no security. Farmers go to farm and they don't come back because they are fighting with Fulani herdsmen and all that. So and government is paying the deaf ears to it. What encouragement do you give to farmers? So if I have a farmer, a mother or a father who is a farmer in the village, would I tell them to go into the farm so that they will be killed for me? No. They rather sit down and enjoy my minimum wage of 30,000 naira than lose their life. So I think security is top notch when it comes to agriculture, and then government should invest. When I mean invest, it's not just about calling farmers and giving them 100,000 naira. There was a time they said they are granting loans to farmers, and when we got to ask about it, we started hearing it was 100,000. Like, it was funny. What can 100,000 naira do for a farmer? Is it for manure? Is it what? So we should channel resources into farming. Is definitely going to help Nigeria. We'll have vast land. Niger, for example, can do a whole lot in feeding Nasarawa State and all that. There is hectares of land. So I think we will do better in agriculture if we have channeled our capacity to building agriculture in Nigeria.
Okay, you just made mention about government should invest more. Okay, what are these possible investments?
This possible investment is